Good afternoon, Dripping Springs. It is Weekly Drip, Season 5, Episode 3. I'm Ashley Tullis, your real estate expert and community hype squad in town. And this is my co-host, Miss Amber Pierce, owner of Coit Cleaning and Restoration and a member of said hype squad in town. Amber, how are you? Did you make it through the winter blast?
I'm good. We did make it. There was a little bit of a scare because I think a lot of people were feeling some snowbid PTSD, and my propane ran out. And even though it was just for my fireplace, I was like, no, but if the power goes out, I gotta have the propane so I can have the fireplace. But we managed to get it taken care of by O'Brien Propane. They were able to get out here, get us taken care of, and so appreciative of them. Even made my heart feel better. And yeah, it's good to have backups in this area. It never hurts to have a backup. How about you? How did you fare?
Well, I did great until yesterday, and a pipe busted under my house, so we don't have water, but I think we'll get water back soon. And I want to be like, that's why I look this way, but I always look like this. So.
Beautiful. Absolutely. You do.
So y'all, Amber and I were talking, we always like to show up, not just like what's happening around town, which we always have that for you, but we like to bring comments and suggestions and ideas. So this week we thought we would chat for a little bit about different ways to plug in, whether it's for your social life or for your business life. We want you to plug in if you're looking for a community to plug into. We have a comment. Oh, I don't know what the comment is. Never mind. We'll get there. So Amber, do you want to talk about like networking, or do you want to talk about the social stuff first?
Well, let's talk about networking because we definitely have some things coming up. And a lot of the things that are going on for networking in the area, you can either be a business owner or a business professional. You don't have to own your own business to partake in a lot of these things. Just being a professional, somebody who shows up in the business world, offering high quality of service, you are welcome at these different places. And we are so fortunate to live in a community that is so super supportive of small business and super supportive of local. So we have a plethora of options.
Where are you networking, friend? Where do you network?
So I have a few. So my main networking is ABOR. We talk about ABOR a lot, and that's the Mamas, Margaritas, and Meetups group, the offshoot. They have a networking group called ABOR. In that group, I was one of the OGs. I was at the very first meeting, so it's been beautiful to watch that grow and have people come in, and then other people outgrow it, which is incredible. I think I missed one meeting in the last 2 years of ABOR, and that's just such a good one. It's so positive and uplifting, and everyone there is so wonderful, and you're always there too. So
well, I think that's like honestly like where we met and got to know each other.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Amber, though, is a more faithful goer to ABOR over the years than I am. I've popped in and out. I've had conflicts on the day of the meetings, but it is like tried and true. I couldn't agree. Like, I'm not at all surprised that was your first mention, because for women in business, I wholeheartedly agree. ABOR is a group you want to be a part of as well. I think you also, I don't do it, but you are in a BNI chapter, aren't you?
Yes, I'm also in a BNI chapter. One thing about ABOR is there can be more than one business. So there's more than one. All the things. There's lots of them. There's more than one realtor, although we know who our favorite is.
I hope it's me.
Absolutely. But there's room for everyone at Empower. I'm also part of a BNI group, which is Business Networking International. And that's a different kind of group. Empower meets once a month, whereas BNI meets once a week. And the nice thing about, there's a lot of nice things about being part of BNI. One of them is that there is no competition. So if you enter in for a certain category and you're a member under that category, that means no one else can come and talk to the group about your same business. With that, you get really close with the people that you're in there with because you're meeting with them every single week. And with that, you really get to know and understand their business, who their customers are, and exactly what things they can and can't do to be able to speak more intelligently to the community when somebody's looking for somebody for a service that I don't offer. Like, I don't do mortgages, but I know Ian Kieber, he is in our group, and he does a lot of things with mortgages that some other companies can't do. So BNI is a great group for that, to really get an opportunity to know some people. And my BNI group is the Hill Country Network, and we meet on Tuesdays at 9:30 at the Rose Haven. And that group is set up specific for those of us who have little chitlins that we got to get to school. We have time to get them to school and then still make it on time for the meeting. So that's another really, really good one.
I love it. I love it. Where else are I can jump in too, either way.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us one of your bits?
So I'm running some of the similar networking circles as Amber is. So I am a frequent flyer at Empower. I'm not a part of a BNI group, but I do network with other realtors in the area. I'm a member of Dripping Springs Elite. We're the top 25 in town. So if you're a real estate professional in the Dripping Springs area and you think maybe you're one of the top 25 as well, apply, come with us. Iron sharpens iron. So we are always polishing our skills with one another. One of my favorite places to network is actually through our Chamber of Commerce. We offer, I sit on the board at the Chamber, but even as a member, it's absolutely a we thing. We offer so many opportunities to network. It's not an exclusive group. There's a bunch of different real estate professionals in that group as well. So there's no competition. There's not the exclusivity like the BNI group in Chamber. So open to all business owners. At least once or twice a week, there's a ribbon cutting where you can go meet the new businesses in town, opening doors. There's a coffee connector once a month. It's the first Wednesday of every month where you can come and introduce your business to everyone. And then, of course, like every chamber under the sun, they have monthly luncheons, and that's really a learning opportunity where like government officials or things happening in the area, somebody comes in and speaks on development and those types of topics as well. And that happens on the third Wednesday of every month. So I get a ton out of my chamber membership, and it's one of those things that's really been a linchpin in helping to grow my business. You guys have probably heard Amber and I speak on it as well, but the Leadership Dripping Springs program through the Chamber of Commerce is just the best investment I think any business owner can make here in Dripping Springs. It'll give you the opportunity to grow close with other people in your class. It runs for 9 months. It follows the school calendar, and it plugs you into movers and shakers in town. So I'm a huge fan of that one. While I'm not a member, the Dripping Springs Women's Club is pretty popular, and that's for business owners, and it has a social component as well. I find it to be a social club, but with like a professional overlap. Martin let us know there's another BNI chapter that meets early on Thursday mornings. If you would like more info on that, hit up Martin. You can find him here in the comments, or like go to anything in town. He'll be there as a friendly face to welcome you. He says they meet at 7:45 a.m. at the Foundry, which is right by the Methodist Church on Ranch Road 12. Also, there's the Women's Entrepreneurs Group. They meet up, I think, for lunch every month. And wondering, Martin, maybe you can answer this because Amber and I know a lot of these networking groups for ladies. Is there anything just for dudes? Is there like a boys club for networking that I don't know about? I don't know. I want to know. So would love to hear more about that. What did I miss on the professional side? I have like a whole list of social stuff and I'm like so excited to talk about it.
There's also the Dripping Springs Women in Business group, which has some of our OG business owners in there too. That's another really, really great one. And goodness, there's also the Dripping Springs Christian
Business network.
Yes.
That's great.
And I think they're still meeting at Pigpen, right?
Yes, I think it happens on Tuesdays. Martin, you're our source man. Please drop another comment. We need to know what time is. I think it's every other week, maybe. Martin is going to come through. He always comes through for us. So please post that and check that there. And if you want more information on any of these, you can probably just search it here on Facebook. But please don't ever hesitate to reach out to Amber and I. If we don't know the answer, we're going to go find it for you. Because if we're not already involved, maybe we want to be. So it would just help us to know what the scoop is.
Yes. Yeah, there are probably things we don't know about yet that we want to know about. So please tell us.
Exactly. So earlier, Michelle, you mentioned Empower, which is run by our dear friend Dr. Michelle Went, as an offshoot of Mama's Margaritas in meetups. So that is absolutely a social club. So join the group on Facebook. Barbara.
My grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Oh my goodness. I thought she was talking to me, but I guess she was talking to my birthday twin, Amber.
I'm sure she meant both of us.
But Mama's Margaritas and Meetups, that's a great little tool for mamas who like to meet up and have margaritas. There are events happening throughout the year. The next one they have coming up is a Galentine's event at Springs Distilling. So I think tickets are still available for that for next month.
And that goes to support Sawa Sawa, which any of you who know me, the super cute bag that I carry, the little one with the orange stripes on it, is Sawa Sawa, and I got it at their Galentine's event last year, and I get tons of compliments on it. It's one of my favorite bags, and I so love what they're doing and helping women to have access to things that they wouldn't otherwise have access to.
We'll have more info forthcoming on that event. We'll bring you all the details because I know we're kind of vague and sparse on them. So do not worry. We have all the details coming so you can plug in. But the short and sweet of it is there are still tickets available, but they do sell out. So don't delay, act today. Our dear friend, Dr. Michelle Went says margaritas are not required. Okay, fine.
And my grandma says we're both beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Grams. I love. So as you probably know, Amber and I originated the Weekly Drip Book Club. We love our little book club that has gotten to be much, much bigger. So if you're a reader,
our little big book club,
littlest
book club and drip.
If you're a reader in Dripping Springs, we're a Facebook community, and then we meet once a month. If you've happened to taken in Fourth Wing or Iron Flame, we have a meetup tomorrow. And there are still a few tickets available for the venue that we've picked. So reach out if you'd like to join us. We would love to have you. In addition to that, I do a monthly girls' night or girls brunch. It's just a place for women to get together and hang out once a month. On the 26th of this month, we're going to go play bingo at the Wimberley VFW Hall. Every month I change it up a little bit. This one seems to be a hit. Amber and I both have a birthday coming up, so I'm considering this kind of a bingo birthday bash.
Ooh, I love it. The triple B, bingo birthday bash.
Yes. Then, every church in this town has a life group. If you are looking to plug in with people of faith, join a church and get involved in a life group. I've personally been impacted by different life groups I've been a part of. So if you're seeking an easy entry into being social and some common ground, I can't say enough good things about start your church, get involved in a life group. Oh man, this takes a turn. This is so funny because on my list, I'm going in order. Some of our favorite places in town just happen to be alcohol establishments. So Suds Monkey and 12 Fox both have pint clubs. So I'm sure they're not the only ones. They're just the only ones that I know about. So you could be a member of the pint club. I want to say that Bell Springs Winery with their tasting room on Old Fitzhugh Sidecar has a wine club of some sort. I don't know a ton of details there, but there are opportunities to plug in there. But back to 12 Fox for our veteran and first responder community. They meet every Monday for their fireside chats. So it's a space designed to bring like-minded people together. So if you are military, a veteran, or a first responder, Joe and Stacy out at 12 Fox are just doing some amazing work through their fireside chats, which has grown totally organically. And I think it's just so dadgum cool.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody needs a friend. There is something for everybody. If you don't feel like you have anywhere to plug in, that's something Ashley and I would both love to help with too. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I am sure that we can find somewhere to plug you in that's going to make sense for you.
Absolutely.
Somewhere where you can be with people, be with your people. Your people are here. We're here.
Find your people. Turns out if you're really into trivia, you can find tons of trivia in this town. If you're really into live music, isn't it? If you're really into live music, we have a ton of that happening in town. Like whatever your interest is there's probably already a group created. And if there's not, let's go make one.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been another incredible show. We always love sharing the things that we know about, that we love about, sharing about our community, sharing about our friends, where our friends are at, where the things that they're doing are at. We're just so grateful for this community. And we're so grateful for those of you who joined us today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week on Wednesday at 4-ish o'clock for the weekly drip.
Bye.
Have a great week.